Yo, welcome back to another trade recap, this time on MNQ. Yes, I'm trading futures as well, as we know. I have, this was across evals, $2,297 today. Yes, evals not funded yet, but we've only just started trading futures. I'm trading so well on futures. I've lost 2 trades. One was a stop raid yesterday, and then one was like a week ago. Insane, okay? Insane. Yeah, I'm just trading so well on futures at the minute. Yeah. We unfortunately faded this setup, and it's just so jarring. We actually faded it, but I couldn't get the entry, so it is what it fucking is. But nevertheless, we're going to go over this little one here that I took today, which did secure me a little bit on the evals, and we are very close to passing some of them now, which is just perfect. It's perfect. At least one of them. Right, so let's go into the day and into this Judas swing. What was I looking for? So coming into the day, all right, I was obviously bearish, very bearish today. I'm wanting to sell. We were inside this 4-hour. We were inside this daily. We had a previous day sweep. It's just beautiful, right? Daily inversion, fucking everything you could ask for. We were even inside, I think, a 1-hour. If this shit want to load, there we go. No, no, we're inside this 1 hour as well, right? We had everything. Well, were we? Wait a minute. Yeah, we were. We were inside this hourly as well. So it was just perfect. It was absolutely perfect to thingy. Now, we did have this high here that I did want to get souped in. I did want to, total suit this high. Take it just before open. So I believe we did that. Let's just have a look. What time is this? Yeah, so we did actually suit this high here, which was beautiful. Now, because I am bearish, we are in the discount of this swing, like all the way from here. We are in that discount. We are very in that premium. We are very, we've left these fucking lows over here just to be snabbed. We've left this low. It was just perfect. This sell model was just ready to be taken, right? However, I was looking for an open high, close low. That's what I was looking for. So depending on how much, and this was my conditions are so important, especially on futures, because it's so quick. My condition was, if we decide to take this LRL and trade lower immediately, I will be taking buys and then going down. If we decide to open high immediately, I will be looking for sells straight away. Because, and this is where you use ES. ES could definitely go higher. Why? Yes, we have SMT at previous day high, but I don't care. That shit needs to be taken. Why? Because we have a key level just above, right? We have this key point just above, and so I wasn't expecting that SMT to be held, especially due to the look of the 4-hour at a time. No, that was bad. But where were we in the 4-hour? We were definitely higher. Okay, so what time is this? 12, 1. Okay, perfect. So yeah, it just made sense. We had this buy side liquidity just resting here. This daily previous day high. We had an hourly fair value gap unmitigated. We had a 15 fair value gap unmitigated. And we had that daily fair value gap unmitigated. Okay, so it was just perfect to, take for ES to come higher. Okay, so looking on MQ, this is how I executed my position. I wanted to take this. We did take it. Obviously, we had a very small thingy, but I wanted ES to come higher, and so I was ready to buy. Like I said, if price decides to open low, okay, we can come higher. If price decides to go straight immediate high on ES as well, and then I decide to go low, right? So that's what I was looking for. How did I set this up? Well, coming into the open, we have this order block, this bullish hourly order block. We had already traded into it, and we were trading away from it. However, this candle here just did not show enough displacement, so I wasn't minding a retap. We had this 30-minute as well, this order block over here. Again, we had rejected it a lot of times, but we had kind of created these kind of relatively equal lows. So if I was going to trade higher, this would be my key level to do it. It is very difficult because there's no gaps in here, and so I understand why people faded this trade, because it just simply wasn't that clean. But the entry model was there, right? So yeah, I was just simply waiting for this low to get sued, tap the order block, and then go higher if that's how market wanted to open. So let's skip ahead. We fuck around, and then market just decides to dump. Right, it was here. Market decides to open and just dump. And the fact that we left these fucking equal highs up here, these relative equal highs, was just telling me, okay, price is gonna go higher. And then I looking at ES as well. We are just ripping up, and it's so clear when we're ripping up, and there's SMT here, that this shit is not gonna hold. And so for me, it was like, yeah, okay, this is simple. I'm gonna take a fucking Judas swing to the paddy swing back to the top, back to those equal highs. So how did I do that? We came down, we swept my low, we tapped the order block. At the time, of course we have SMT with this low here. Okay, this 157 low. Why? Because we are just ripping up, right? This is my low over here. We have this SMT in place. Obviously, it's coming across like that. So yeah, this was perfect. This was just beautiful. Okay. Now, you're probably thinking, but you have more equal lows kind of resting here. Yes, we do. But again, we're in a sell model. We're in a pending sell model in a sense. So I am expecting equal lows and things like that to be left. Okay, this is where discretion comes in, right? When you are expecting, and this is the source of the video. I've been dropping so much source. When you are expecting the market to complete a sell model, okay, like this, which we are currently in, we are in that sell model, we are curving off, right, and now we are trading IRL to ERL. When you are expecting, let's say you've had a move like this, right, okay, and you have your IRL, which is like somewhere around here, okay, on the way back up, you are going to be seeing equal lows, untapped Asia lows to be left, all of these things, okay, to be left in the market. Because when we go down, we are going to liquidate all of those positions. If price were to retrace simply like this, okay, with no liquidity here, then what other reason, apart from taking this, is there for price to come back down? Just remember to ask yourself that before you take any trades, right? Where is the liquidity, and where are we leaving liquidity? Because if we're leaving liquidity over here, then the chances are we're going to come back and take that at some point. And so if I'm in my discount, or my premium, sorry, and I'm in my key level where I'm expecting price to, have that reversal to continue this sell model, then if we have left equal lows here and equal lows here and trend line liquidity here, okay, and we have an opportunity, price comes down one more bit, and we have an opportunity to soup this high because we've left equal highs here, then I'm going to take it over here rather than wait for all of this to be taken out just to be extra careful. Because once all this has been taken out, then we can expect price to continue to dump, because it's clear that this was the high that we've shifted from, right? Bro, I'm getting blue light today, what the fuck. So it really, that's why I was happy leaving these equal lows and things, okay? And they weren't that bad, but yeah, that's why. So how did I enter this trade? Well, I'm really not gonna be able to show you on here because the 30-second, bro, I ain't buying that shit. I ain't paying £100 a month for that. I'll wait for Black Friday, right? I was on Trade of 8 and we had a 30-second but like bearish gap hit, and so once we inverse that, I was in. Okay, I was so confident in this trade, and I was so happy to take this trade because it just fit. It just fit my plan. Okay, we had equal highs. We had everything we wanted. And so if I play the next candle out, obviously we flew up, but I entered on this inverse over here, and my TP was here. I think my entry was a bit cooked. It was like that. Okay. So then price prints a 1 minute gap. We then trade back into that. I'm not panicking at this point. Why? Because I'm looking at ES. What's ES doing? ES is simply just trading back into these gaps. I think we had a 2 minute. Yeah, we had this 2 minute. So I wasn't too fussed about this. Even though yes, but again, we're just building more liquidity again to be taken out, right? So this was fine. The only condition of me like being a bit worried was if this 1 minute gap got inversed, and you can see it just didn't. We swept this high. Once this high is taken, you could go break even. I don't go break even, but that would be your break even point. And then once that we got here and we set these equal highs, I closed because I made my consistency for the day. Now, again, if I didn't have any consistency rules, would I hold? Yes, I'd hold until this daily fair value gap and this buy side liquidity got swept. So that would have probably given me a little bit more profit on the day, like there, up until there, but then I'd be out. Okay, so that was the buy coming into the session, and you can see my execution is right there. Okay, perfect buy. Now, the sells. Like I said, this is where I was literally locked in to take a trade. I was so locked in. We left these relatively equal lows over here. We had an untapped Asia over here. And we are trading IRL to ERL. So realistically, this draw makes most sense. Would I hold till then? No, because I've got consistency rules to follow. But, you know, we are bearish, right? So, how did I frame this sell and how did I miss this sell? It was very simple. We had this manipulation leg. Looking at ES now. Where's ES? Yeah, ES tapped our gap. It set the previous day high. We were just in everything. We were in a 30 minutes. So we did tap this 15-minute. We're in a 30-minute, and an hourly, in a 4-hour, in a daily. It was so sick. This was such a nice setup. And on ES, if you took the setup on ES, fair fucking play. I simply just don't trade ES. But you get this 5-minute inverse, and that is the trade. However, for me, there was no entry because this was the highest time frame inversion in the leg, and we just did not inverse it on that 5-minute close, which was so painful. We just missed it, and so I just simply did not take the trade. And I knew this was going to play out, so then I went to the 3-minute. I was like, how can I get in on the 3-minute? Can we inverse the 3-minute inversion? We did not. We inversed it here. Yes, we tapped back in, and if I was being more reactive, I could have entered here, but I wanted my stop at the swing high, and it was 137 pip swing high stop, and so I really would have liked to have entered just here, like, and just want my stop to hit and have that 85 pips, 85 point stop. That was how I was going to play it, because we had a 1-minute high there. Okay, that's how I was going to play it, but entering like here, it was still 126 points, so it just wasn't worth it. For me, I mean, yes, it made sense to have a bigger stock because we are trying the IRL to ERL, but again, just not what I wanted to do. So yeah, we did in fact fade the setup. It was a good setup. If you took it, fair fucking play. You would have just had to have really high conviction that this was the time that we're gonna have come down and not think it. It was just the fact we didn't inverse it, and that was it. But yeah, it was beautiful, and it played out perfectly. So fair play if you took that. If you didn't, don't worry. There was always another day. Coming into tomorrow, I want to see how Asia session trades, because now we are in that weekly fair value gap. We are in that daily fair value gap. We have swept all of this liquidity. So I would be expecting the fact this body did not close under these lows, to me just signals we could potentially start buying, especially if we start inversing this gap. So it really will be looking to see what overnight session does, things like that. But that is the trade recap on MNQ, bro. I'm getting so many people asking me, should I do futures? Is it good? Is it not? Should you trade forex? Should you trade futures? Trade fucking both, bro. Like, I know it's a bit debated, and I know like someone I spoke to recently said that you shouldn't be trading both. Bro, trade both if you can, because I'm telling you, forex at the minute is not something you want to be staring at all day. It is something that you just analyze, you wait for your setup, you take the setup, and then 2:30 comes around, you can start actively trading. And yeah, like, I don't see no problem trading both as long as you are dedicated to trading both. Do it. And which one do I prefer at the minute? Definitely futures. It's just moving nice. My win rate's insane on this. Because yeah, I just find it respectable. But I'm getting so many questions about it. Do it if you can. Give me a message. Watch these trade recaps on MNQ, and you'll have all the source you need. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow if we take another win.